Hi guys, welcome to AKIRA. This is Genesis, and today we're making a guide on, how to take on multiple heroes by yourself when you're playing with a bunch of randoms. Because 9 times out of 10, your friends are not going to be online, your teams are going to be doing something else, and you're going to want to play heroes because Galactic Assault is it's a grind. But anyways, let's get into it. So, one of the issues I've been having recently in Heroes vs. Villains is I get in the game, a few guys are, on my team, and then not even halfway in the game, not even a quarter into the game, someone leaves or lags out, and then you're stuck struggling between 3 to 4 or 2 to 4, and it could be in any one of those scenarios, and you're trying to find a way to take on the enemy team while trying to support your team and try not to rage at the same time. So we're gonna get into this, and hopefully this helps you guys out. And before I even start talking about that, AKIRA wants to thank everybody and appreciate all the support we've been getting recently. We hit 500 subscribers yesterday, and we really appreciate that. We're small and we're growing, and everything you guys have been doing for us and leaving likes and commenting and sharing our videos, that's really amazing. And I hope to see all of you guys grow yourselves, because I know a lot of you channels have been watching and tuning in and telling us, we're great and we've been watching your videos, and we really just want to build within the community, but we also want to expand AKIRA from just making kill streak videos. And this is one of the videos that I really wanted to make because recently a lot of people in Heroes vs. Villains have just been jetting out over there, and I feel like this is one of the issues that we're gonna have. So we might as well get into it. One of the issues, one of the key things and tips that I want to get into right now is placement and mobility. Placement is so essential for being successful and winning. Where you are at all times is going to determine if you win or lose. And when I say that, that is a fact. You have to support your team, but you also have to make sure that you're safe and your ass is safe. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're not supporting your team and your placement is all fucked up, you're just going to be scattered like headless chickens. Nobody's going to win. Everybody's going to start raging, and you don't want that. Make sure you're always in a point where you can take control of the situation without getting affected by any shots from behind you or on the side. Another tip I really want to get into: do not be predictable. There's so many players in this game that are very predictable, and it just completely defeats the purpose of being competitive. And I'm not saying this game mode's competitive, but when you have side A against side B, one side has to win. Don't be predictable. If you are using a lightsaber and you see the enemy is blocking, please, for God's sakes, do not force push them or do something stupid. Unless you're Rey and you want to mind trick them, okay. But for fuck's sake, please do not use your force push if you're Luke Skywalker against Vader when he's blocking. Like, it just makes 0 sense for you to waste your abilities, and it really will fuck you in the end. Another thing that I've seen a lot of is Kylo Ren players that will see you blocking, then they'll try to freeze you, and then force pull you at the same time. So that's 2 wasted abilities that you just got rid of when you could have, tried to, maneuver yourself in a scenario where you could attack them or be more defensive, and then allow the enemy to slip up, and then you basically, rape them with your abilities. Another thing that I really want to get into is supporting your team. Supporting your team is so fundamental, if not the most fundamental part of this entire video. You have to support your team. Sometimes I know it feels good. You feel like, oh, you're the one caring, you're the one doing the best. You don't want to support your team. Your team is dumb, and you're like, oh, let this game end, but I don't want to lose. So here's the deal: your team is pulling you down, and you're the one doing all the work, but you don't want to lose the round. So what are you gonna do? You have to support your team. And I know I sound like I'm just rambling right now, but this is what's gonna win you those games. Like 9 times out of 10, if you're supporting your team, you're gonna make sure that nobody can touch your teammates. For fuck's sake, I've had so many targets where I've literally had them at not even 5 health, and I was about to kill them, and my team just went fucked. and they died, and I was like, damn, I should have just stayed with him because I know he's ass. Well, here's the deal: if you know your team is bad, support your team while being offensive. You gotta know when to be offensive and when to be defensive. And that's the next tip that I'm gonna get into. Know when to pull out, and I say that without trying to be funny. Know when to pull the fuck out. Listen, so many times I see myself getting raped and I die, and then I see someone just rushing in while I'm respawning, and then they fucking die instantly because they're 1v4 in the entire squad. Listen, if you're Luke Skywalker and you think you are just gonna run in and fucking take on Vader, Boba Fett, Palpatine, and Darth Maul, you got another thing coming. It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that guy. Do not be that guy. And another thing I want to talk about. Be cunning. Be full of tricks. You have to know when to do something. You have to know where your enemy might be. You have to be smart. Do not let them get the advantage over you mentally. Because if you do, then you're not even going to know where to pace yourself. You're not going to know what to do next. You're always going to be like, damn, my team's dying, and then I respawn, and then this is happening, and fuck it, I'm going to rage quit. You can't rage quit. The key to this is having fun and trying to win the game, right? So that's what you're trying to do. I know I just keep repeating myself. I'm so new to this whole commentary thing. But also, one of the biggest tips that I can say is do not lose your cool. Please, please, please take it slow if you have to. Sometimes, you want to get your shit together. If you have to run away, but do not lose your cool. When I mean I have had friends rage online in Heroes, I mean I've literally been there in the party and they're just screaming their head off because they're getting gangbanged, and you just can't lose your cool, man. Support your team. Don't be predictable, and it's gonna work out. And try not to rage because this game is very unbalanced, it's very laggy, very buggy, so I understand sometimes you'll be in a situation where you're rubber banding backwards and then you die and you're just like, fuck this game. I get it. And last but not least, your star cards. I wouldn't focus so much on your star cards being above blue, because right now it doesn't really matter if your star cards are green, blue, or purple, as long as you know how to play the game and as long as you follow these tips. Star cards shouldn't be your issue. I have Finn at I think level 1, and I still with Boba Fett's who are all purple, you know what I'm saying? Or a Palpatine that's all purple. Finn, his aimbot is ridiculous. He just fucking melts them. So, like I said, if you follow these tips, you're gonna have a hell of a time, and obviously you're not gonna win every game, but you're going to do better. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate all the support. AKIRA is growing, and our goal is to hit 1,000 by the end of the month. I mean, the start of the new year. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy your winter break.